Okay, guys, here's a selfie at the sky. See the big X above us? They like to do that just for intimidation, I guess, huh? Who knows? Anyhow, this is my message to the people that are out there at that wildlife refuge. I was called by God 40 years ago, and I read the Bible and the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, and I decided I had a right to bear arms. And so I started doing an open carry 40 years ago and tried to claim some land. And they set me up because they didn't like the fact that I might set a precedent of claiming land for people, because land has a lot to do with your freedom. If you don't have land, then you're not going to be free. But this is my message to the militia movement and all the people who want to have our country brought back to where it needs to be, is that the people came to the United States of America to get away from the church. And the church was forcing their religion that isn't in the Bible on all of us. And when we read the Bible, we found out that there are commandments and there are statutes and judgments and holy days. And the Roman Empire has forced holidays on us. And if you read the 7 letters to the 7 churches and in the book of Acts and the things that Jesus said about keeping traditions, that the reason why that we've been undermined is it's an ancient weapon to get you to eat food and drink that's been offered to a lie. And so when you say Merry Christmas and Happy Easter and Happy Halloween and Happy Birthday, and you say all those words and you eat that food, then you become one with an idol. And then you're separated from God. And then when you go to stand up against your enemy, you lose in the battle. And so that's why I can't stand with the people that are saying that they're standing for freedom in our country, is because at the same time they're standing for freedom, they're going to sit down on Christmas and Easter and Halloween and eat some kind of food at the same time that the Pope is doing it. And we all know that the Catholic Church is allowing the priests to go around and rape children and subvert our whole country and force us to do their religion in our public schools, but we can't read the Bible. And they want us to swear to the flag, and they want to get God angry at us so that they can control us. So my opinion to you guys, if you want to save your country, what you really need to do is you need to stop doing those ancient pagan Catholic holidays. And all you Catholic people are just great people in your heart, I'm sure, but you don't know what the institution has been doing to everybody. And you need to start doing God's holy days if you want to do any days at all. And that means keep the Passover on the 14th day of the first month, which is the first 14 days past the first day of spring. And then you keep the week of unleavened bread. And then 49 days later, you keep the Pentecost. And then you keep the Feast of Trumpets on the first day of the 7th month. And then on the 10th, you have your Day of Atonement, which is a fast day. And then on the 15th, you have 8 days, which you live in tents and bring in a 10% in the harvest. And you feed all the people in your country. And then you could stop using that phony debt money and just start creating real currency. Like it says in the Bible, you're supposed to be using gold and silver. So that's what you need to do. You need to be able to do your own holy days. They're going to provide your economy instead of doing the holidays that give all of your economy back to the Vatican in Italy and the European Common Market, and even Britain are sucking all that money off of us. So my opinion, if you want me to stand with you, then give up those pagan holidays and say that you're going to keep the feast like it says that Jesus is going to do when he comes back to this earth. He's going to demand that every nation on earth keep the Feast of Tabernacles. So God's commandments are still in effect. Just because we can't keep them doesn't mean that you're not supposed to say that they're right. And the pagan laws and the pagan holidays are wrong. So that's what I have to say to all you people out there, even Alex Jones and anybody else who wants to stand up for God, is you tell me that you're going to give up those holidays and I'll stand by you as a brother. But let's see you give up those holidays and do God's holy days. Can you do that? Is that hard? That you can't give up some damn pagan ritual in order to get your freedom back? Well, that's what God's ticked off about, because you guys are giving honor to things that are not true. And that's like Santa Claus, Easter, and Halloween. So you may not think it's a big deal, but God does. Read about it. Jeremiah 10. See you guys later. God bless in Jesus Christ's name if you can repent.